The town of Basantopur stirred awake on the morning of September 2nd, 2016, unaware that tragedy had already struck. In a quiet upstairs room of his parents' home, 34-year-old Sukhjeet Singh lay lifeless, his body broken by hammer and knife. The father of two, a man admired for his devotion and hard work, had been murdered in the very bed where his children slept beside him. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will discuss the murder of Sukhjeet Singh. This video is divided into three parts: the summary, which includes the evidence, psychological dimensions, and conclusion. A life of promise. Years earlier, Sukhjeet had left India for the United Kingdom, chasing opportunity with grit and determination. He drove lorries, ran a pizza shop, and worked as a contractor, always striving, always building. Friends called him the perfect neighbor, the kind of man who would lend a hand without hesitation. In 2002, he met Ramandeep Kaurman, a spirited young woman from a British Indian family. Their love overcame her parents' doubts, and by 2005 they were married. Soon came two sons, and with them a life of comfort, two houses, luxury cars, and the image of a family blessed. The vacation. That summer of 2016, the family returned to India, settling into the warmth of Sukhjeet's parents' home. For weeks, laughter filled the rooms, but beneath the surface, shadows gathered. On the morning of September 2, the laughter was gone. Relatives rushed to call the police. There was no forced entry. Whoever had killed Sukhjeet had been welcomed inside. Secrets and betrayal. Investigators soon uncovered the truth. Ramandeep had rekindled a bond with Gurpreet Singh, Sukhjeet's childhood friend now living in Dubai. Their affair, hidden behind WhatsApp messages and stolen moments, had deepened into conspiracy. Ramandeep claimed her husband was abusive, that divorce was impossible. "Either I kill him or he kills me," she told Gurpreet. Together they plotted. On September 1st, she drugged the family's dinner. That night, she opened the door to Gurpreet while Sukhjeet slept beside his sons upstairs. He was unaware of the betrayal that was closing in. Through the eyes of a child, the couple's eldest child lay awake in terror. He saw what no child could ever see, too frightened to move, too small to intervene. By morning, he whispered to his grandmother that his father would not wake. Years later, his testimony would become the voice of truth in a courtroom. Justice. 7 years passed before the trial began. Prosecutors painted a motive of greed, millions in insurance, savings, and property. Gurpreet confessed his role, insisting Ramandeep had orchestrated the murder. She denied it all, claiming she was framed. But the young child testified in court. His words carried weight heavier than all the other evidence. His memory of that night sealed their fate. The verdict. On October 17, 2023, the court delivered justice. Ramandeep was sentenced to death by hanging, though her lawyers appealed for life imprisonment. Gurpreet received life in prison and a heavy fine. Both remain behind bars, their lives forever entwined in betrayal and blood. Now I will look at the psychological dimensions. A woman who cheats on her husband with his best friend and conspires to murder him may show traits linked to narcissism, impulsivity, emotional dysregulation, and antisocial tendencies. These behaviors often stem from deep psychological dysfunction and unresolved trauma. I will share a little bit more information on each trait. Number 1, narcissistic tendencies. Such individuals may display grandiosity, entitlement, and lack of empathy. They often prioritize their own desires over others' well being, justifying betrayal and harm as necessary for their happiness. Number two, impulsivity and thrill seeking. Cheating and conspiring to murder suggests poor impulse control and a need for stimulation. This is common in people with borderline or antisocial personality traits. Number three, emotional dysregulation. Difficulty managing intense emotions like anger, jealousy, or fear of abandonment can drive extreme actions. These individuals may feel overwhelmed by perceived threats to their control or status. Number four, triangulation and betrayal. Cheating with the husband's best friend adds a layer of manipulation and betrayal. It suggests a desire to destabilize existing bonds and assert control over both men. Number five, power and control motives. Ramandeep wanted a divorce, and Sukhjeet was not willing to grant it. The conspiracy to murder her husband may stem from a perceived need to eliminate him in order to achieve her personal freedom and financial gain. Do you think she loved Gurpreet or he was just a means to an end? Please share your comments in the section below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, kindly like, share and subscribe. Remember to protect your mental and emotional health. See you in the next.